here in Toledo. Put your hands together for the wise man, Bill Mack.
Thank you, Dave. Hey, Toledo, how are we doing tonight? We having fun? All right, as you heard, I am the wise man, Bill May. And I just want to make sure we clarify, I am not Billy Mays. I am not selling you guys OxyClean. I am Billy May for OxyContin. So as a divorced father of 5, I run into issues. Yeah. I run into the issue of that being a major red flag, as that reaction obviously got. So what I've tried to do to try to combat that is I try to identify as a virgin. So I've recently learned the definition of gaslighting. Yeah, exactly. That's the reaction I get when I try to claim these things. So I've also made my way over to like a little more kinkier of the dating sites, and I kept seeing this word edging, right? And I'm not a real smart guy, so I'm like, all right, I better Google this. And I look up what is edging. Come to find out, all edging is a fancy word for something us 80s babies invented called dial-up internet. Where you have to hold your load while you're waiting for the picture to load. But you gotta watch out, even with the standard dating sites nowadays, there's risks that you have to watch out for. If you're desperate, you start swiping right on everything. You're just swiping right, and eventually it'll stop you and it'll say, hey, you're obviously desperate, so you're either gonna pay us for more likes or you need to go find a different website. So at that point, you make your way over to the hub, do a little John Cena 5-knuckle shuffle. Any wrestling fans? No? But usually right around the time that finishes up, you get that notification of you have a match. And you're like, all right, here we go. So you go to the matches page and you check it out, and post-nut clarity has kind of kicked in at that point, and you realize you swiped right on a 2. Needless to say, now I have my 5th child support payment I have to make. I wanted to be nice. So along with the adult sites and learning that you should go to those before you go to the dating site, you got to be careful on those adult sites because you get the pop-ups, right? And they'll say the MILF in your neighborhood is interested in you. Well, one lonely night I fell for that, and I went ahead and clicked on the link and followed along, and we ended up meeting up at a local hotel. It was my Aunt Linda. Needless to say, I have not been invited back to Thanksgiving since. Well, I was surprised though, because I thought she had a good time. I really gave her the best 30 seconds I could. Her sister didn't raise no bitch. I was going to follow through. Speaking of poor choices, as of January, I decided that I had to quit smoking weed. I was getting a little carried away, high 24/7, having way too much fun with it. And one of the deciding factors was I was downtown the White House. I don't know if anybody's ever been out there before, right by the White House Inn. I had just left my buddy's house, and I'm sitting there at the intersection, waiting for the light to turn green. And I'm waiting, could have been 2 minutes, 5 minutes, I'm not sure. And that was when it dawned on me that it was a stop sign. So I decided that, the next trip to the dispensary, we were going to skip that and, decide that wasn't happening. Growing up in White House, one of the issues you run into is poor decision making and ignorance. And unfortunately, my father was one of those. He lived in White House because of the name type of guys. So he always had really inappropriate jokes that you would never tell up here, just because it's just not right. But when you're working in factories, the guys in the shop, they start having the dead baby jokes and the stuff that you just don't talk about. And they always, hey Bill, you think you're pretty funny? Tell us a joke. And I'm like, I don't have jokes like that, guys. I just don't. Well, I've got one my dad used to always tell. And they're like, well, let's hear it. Oh, shit, all right. I'm like, now this is my dad saying it. I always try to make sure that it wasn't me. I'm like, well, what do you call a black guy riding a Harley? And they look at me, what? I'm like, well, according to my dad, a thief. And I go, no, don't laugh. But at that point, I look up and realize James, my 70-year-old black coworker, just walked into the room. And as I'm, piss running down my leg, I'm like, well, either I'm going to get fired or he's about to whoop my ass. Because he was a welder. He was a big guy. Made me feel, pretty insignificant. And he goes, you think you're pretty funny there, Billy, don't you? I go, yes, sir. I guess I think I do. He goes, I got one for you. He goes, what do you call a black guy flying a plane? I'm shaking at this point. Oh, my God, what is he talking about? And he goes, a pilot, you racist asshole. took a sip of his coffee, and he walked out of the room. I am the wise man. I appreciate you guys.